You're gonna have to definitely hop down now while I test the paints. I feel like I need to do the limbo. We have a frame. Let's see if it stays together. Yes, it does. I bought the wrong hinges. I hope this works. So you can see a couple mistakes here. We're ignoring those. I wonder if I can just wipe it off. Sometimes DIYs don't go exactly according to plan. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name's Mahala and this is Newton, and today I'm going to be making over her litter area. I want to build like a built-in litter station, and then we're also going to be painting the wall behind there, doing a little bit of decorating because, you know, she's cute, she deserves it. So that's what we're going to do today. I think to start off with, we're going to test out some paint colors. I have 4 different greens. You want to hop down so I can show them the colors? Okay, these are the 4 colors that I'm looking at. We're going to test them out first, and then we're going to get into actually building the little cover area for her current litter box. You're going to have to definitely hop down now while I test the paints. We have all 4 colors on here now. I've done 2 coats: the vine leaf, cypress vine, laurel garland, and global green are the 4 colors. I think I'm leaning towards either laurel garland or vine leaf, but I am actually going to do a little poll on Instagram and let you guys decide which one you think is better. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, definitely follow me over there if you want to participate in some polls or get a little bit behind the scenes kind of stuff. I will let you know what you guys end up picking in a little bit. We're gonna head downstairs and start building the actual Newton litter box pretty design situation, the official term. I'll pop up a couple of inspiration photos of what I'm kind of looking to do with this hidden litter tray. Obviously I'm going to change some things that better suit my needs. Well, I guess technically that better suit Newton's needs, but we're gonna get to cutting out those frame pieces. I will pop the measurements up on the screen for you guys, so if you are wanting to create your own version of this, that you can kind of use that as a little bit of a guide. Every single litter box will be a little bit of a different size, so definitely account for that. So I will include the size of my litter box, or my cat's litter box, as well as the sizing that I'm going for the whole piece. I'm going to use some plywood that was left over from my last week's project where I made a door for a little tilt cabinet. So we're going to cut these now, pop in some pocket holes, and then get the frame built and looking hopefully good. Yeah, it'd be good if I put that in, right? To put this piece together, I'm going to use 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws. So my original thought was to put a 1x2 potentially across the top just to have additional structural support. However, I had this leftover piece, scrap piece from one of the offcuts, and I think I'm just gonna use this instead. It means I don't have to go out and buy another piece of wood, so it's definitely the way to go. I feel like I need to do the limbo. I'm too old. We're going to build a frame, and then inside the door frame I'm going to actually put wooden dowels, which now that I think about it may mean that this is too thick, so I might actually have to replace this with a slightly thinner piece, but that's alright, I'll get to that when the time comes. So let's head to Home Depot. We can also pick up our paint color because you guys have chosen the paint color. I'll reveal that to you once I've picked up the paint. Pause and comment below if you think you know which one people will have voted for, or let me know which one you would have voted for, and then I'll show you guys when I get back from Home Depot.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get.
Guys, I'm back from Home Depot, which means we need to get to painting. So we're gonna paint our little feature wall, and you guys picked the color, so I had you vote over on Instagram. And I mean, I loved all the greens. Newton, do you want to talk about the green? So yeah, you guys voted for this one here, so we are going with this one. Newton, what do you think? Do you like the green? You wanted this color? That's a pretty nice color. So we're gonna paint that now. I'm gonna get everything taped off and set up so we can have our lovely feature wall.
You had me at hello.
Although my instinct is just to put the green paint on straight away, I do actually want to cut in with some white paint so that I can try and prevent bleed through happening on the green tape. From what I remember, coat number 1 is going to be pretty sparse from when I did my test. This one was like, it needed about 3 coats before it looked good. So I'm expecting much the same.
We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too.
I finished the first coat of paint. Do you know what I realized? I picked up my small foam roller, not my big one. I think I'm just so used to using this for painting furniture, which obviously I don't use my big wall one for that I didn't even think about it. So I think for coat number 2, we're definitely going to use a much bigger roller because this, it just means a lot more work and effort for me. Don't use a small roller, guys. Just don't do it.
And you, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through.
It's looking pretty good, nice and crispy, except look at that. Hey, don't laugh at me. Look at that monstrosity. I don't know how it happened. I'm kind of annoyed about it. It's a new day. I went and got a whole bunch of 1x3s. A whole bunch. I got 2. I got 2 1x3x8s from Home Depot yesterday, and I'm going to use these to build my frame. The way that we're going to make our cuts today is we are going to do a 45-degree angle cutting into the wood on the corners. And to do that, to get our really nice angle, we're just going to move the miter saw to 45 degrees so that we can make perfect cuts. I've put both the frames on the back of the actual cabinet and it's looking pretty good. I think I'm happy with it. I've got my 45-degree angles. What we're going to do now is pop in some pocket holes. I think I'm going to put pocket holes on the smaller pieces because I'm using these round wooden dowels to create like a slatted effect. First I'm going to assemble the frame, then I'm actually going to pull it apart. It's just going to make it easier for me when I actually come to putting this in and pulling it together officially if I assemble it first, so that the pocket hole screws are in place and everything kind of fits really nicely. So pocket holes, piece it together, wooden dowels. Let's go.
Dreamy, breezy, we go.
That's how it's worked with the pocket hole at the back. It feels really strong. That's good.
Undercover agents of the other.
We have a frame. Now I need to get my measurements for all of my wooden dowel pieces and drill some holes so I can put them in.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world inhales.
Okay, the first time doing this was pretty brutal, but I think I've figured out the best way to do it the second time round. So I'm actually keeping these 2 pieces on rather than having it all detached. And I think that that's just going to give me like a little more support.
Here we go. Easy,
Definitely easier. Not easy, but you know what? It's not too bad. I've spent the better part of this morning sanding, and if you guys have also done sanding projects where you've got a lot to do, you'll know that it definitely takes time. So basically I went in with the doors first. I gave them a sand with a 120 grit sandpaper, and then went in and wood filled just in the seams where the frame pieces join together. While the wood filler was drying, I got into sanding the top piece as well as the body of the hidden litter box. I started off with a 120 like I did with the doors, and then I moved on to a 220 grit because I found that with the plywood the green was kind of fluffy after just using a 120 grit, so it really needed that 220 grit to kind of go in and get rid of those fine little bits. The wood filler is still drying on those little seam pieces, so I'll come to the doors in a little bit, but I thought that I would move on to the top. I decided to take 2 boards and join them together rather than having another piece of plywood on top. And to join them together I will use some pocket holes, but I also have these which are left over from an IKEA Ivar cabinet that I hacked a little while ago, which if you haven't seen that, definitely go and check it out above. I'm going to use these as additional support to sit going across the 2 pieces. See if it stays together. Yes, it does. Oh, so good, so good. We have a lid. You guys, I'm a little bit sad because I bought the wrong hinges. I got what on YouTube I learned are called butt hinges. Turns out the Euro style hinges seem to be the best way to go because my cabinets are overlaid, not inlaid. I'm gonna pick those up tomorrow from the hardware store, and I think I need to get a special drill bit as well just to kind of make everything fit. So we will do that tomorrow, but the good news is that my drawer slides arrived. It means we can actually build a little slidey drawer bit where the cat litter box is gonna sit on top of. Drawers are in, cabinet doors are out. Let's build some drawers. So this is something that I am also, is this ASMR? So this is something that I am also learning how to do. I haven't installed drawer slides before. I did watch a video on how to figure out the measurements that you need and everything. So I've got the measurements for the thickness of this, and then I've also got the measurements that I need for inside here.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
So we're going to install the drawer slides now. What I've actually done is taken the part that's going to attach to the drawer out from the rest of the slide, and I am actually going to link a video below for you that I'm watching to help me understand how to do this. So basically I'm just putting 1 1/4 inches up. Okay, here goes nothing. I hope this works.
Sky's falling down. Even if the sky's falling down, yeah.
Well, I guess now I have to see if I did this right. I'm so anxious. I really think I've done it wrong. It closes. That's all I need. Next thing that I need to learn how to do: install European hinges. Okay, so to kind of give you a little overview of what I'm doing, I've basically created a template for the European hinges. So you can see a couple mistakes here. We're ignoring those. They're not a thing. It's oh wait, is it? No. Yeah, these 2 are the mistakes. These 2 are correct. Basically, I'm using this as a template to create the hinges on the sides, and this is just going to help have it work evenly on each hinge and on both of the doors. The template is the height of the interior section, so it's not the full height of the door, it's just the height of the interior, which means we need to find the center point here, and we need to match it with the center point on here so that it's lined up perfectly. This drill bit that I'm using is called a Forstner drill bit, and it is 1 3/8 of an inch that it fits perfectly with the hinges. To start with, I'm going to make a cut with my Forstner drill bit on the first few layers on each of the 2 holes that we're using for the template. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to remove the template and just keep going on the piece so I can see perfectly where I need to stop.
I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
Bum, 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 bum. Other than doing the staining and piecing everything together, there is one pretty major thing that I haven't done yet, which is actually to create the door for the cat. So we're gonna do that now. I think we're gonna go with an arch design. Yeah, I just think an arch design will break up a lot of the squareness of the whole piece and also tie in with those wooden dowels on the front. So I think we'll go with the arch.
In and out of love, never getting enough. We never seem to get older.
To take this centerpiece out, I'm just gonna drill a big pilot hole and then get in there with my jigsaw and try and make sure that I keep really nice edges with the curve.
We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat because we're scared of the silence.
This is what it's looking like. I think it's looking pretty good. I've given it a little bit of a sand as well, so fairly smooth, a little bit organic, I guess. Yeah, I like it. I really need to get a stain on this piece because Newton needs a little space. I think I'm actually going to go with a water-based stain, which does mean I need to apply some pre-stain. So I'm going to cover this whole thing in the pre-stain. I'm just going to use a brush to apply it. We're ready to pop a stain on this piece now. I did actually take the doors off just so it's a little easier on the sides here to get in with my stain. But when I stain the doors, I will stain them on the actual piece so that they can be upright, and within those wooden dowels I can just get in. It's going to be a little bit easier, I think. And the color of stain that I'm going with, I've already opened this, so I have to be very careful, is Provincial.
Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
As much as I've loved working on this project, I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to say that it is finally time to top coat, and we're going in with the Minwax polyacrylic. The reason I'm going with this is because I think it was last week or the week before I googled to see if it was food safe, and it was. I double checked to see if it was also pet safe, and apparently it is. So we're going to use this today. I'll probably do 2 or 3 coats. While the top coat dries, we're going to work on this frame. I got it very cheap. I think it was about $15, $16 on Amazon. And it's kind of got like a little bit of a vintagey style to it. I really did want to find a proper like vintage or antique frame. Couldn't find one. So we're going to make it look a little more antique-y. And I'm just going to use this gilding wax to do that. So I think it should just be able to go on. I'm going to do a little test because I'm not sure if I need to prime this or if I can just put it on. Let's do a little test patch. Yeah, no. Definitely needs to be primed. That pretty much just came off. So I was having a look through my spray paint primers, and actually I saw that I had this antique brass Rust-Oleum spray paint, and I think I'm going to go for this. It'll kind of work in the same way as if I was to put a primer on, because I believe this is a paint and primer in one. It says it right there. It is.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city.
This spray paint was blocked, so I spent a little bit of time trying to unblock it, and as it's coming out, it is not coming out well. So I think I'm gonna have to start again. I wonder if I can just wipe it off. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, this is highly unfortunate. Backup plan is to leave that to dry for a bit, and then instead of using the antique brass that I wanted to use, I'm going to come in with the burnished amber. Sometimes DIYs don't go exactly according to plan. Here is a prime example. Let's try this again, shall we? This is all dry now, which means I can pop on the gilding wax. We've got the litter box up here now. It's time for finishing touches. I'm very excited. I have this picture here. I mean, well, no, this picture is not what I'm going to be using. This is the stock image, but I really want to reveal the picture to you guys at the end because I think it's hilarious and kind of cute. But we've got the frame here. I think I want to pop it right about there. This is a little picture light, which I thought was quite cute. I need to find the center of the wall, pop this in, and then we can pop up our picture frame. We can do a couple more finishing touches and reveal this to you and also to Newton, because, you know, she deserves a reveal.
I've been deep down stuck in the gutter. I've been off the grid for days. I've been lost just trying to forget her, but I wake up and nothing's changed. I've been gone down lost in the letters, trying to get back into place. I've been losing ground in the lost and found, 'cause I let it slip away.
It is time to do the final touches so that I can reveal this space to Newton. So we're going to pop in a little bit of decor, and then I'm going to show you the picture. Okay, you guys, we have some decor happening in the space, very minimal obviously because it is a litter box. So I didn't want to go overboard. Although that may be contradicted by what I'm about to show you. I've got the picture here that I'm going to pop up under the picture light, and I felt that I might need to just kind of explain the picture first before you see it, because it is really silly. Basically, it's a picture of my cat. Now, I'm not someone that ever thought that I would put up a picture of my cat on my wall. It's just not my normal style. However, I was procrastinating, I didn't want to do some work, but knew I had to. So obviously I was on Instagram and just playing around with filters on stories, and Newton was on my lap. And there was one filter that I was playing around with, and at the exact moment that I tilted my camera down to see the filter on Newton's face, she kind of looked up in a way that was just perfect. I took the photo. So I just like very quickly pushed the button, and it's the backdrop on my phone, and now it will be on our wall. This is the picture of Newton that we're putting up. It makes me laugh. I think it's the perfect picture. I will never take a good picture of her ever again, not in comparison to this. This is the picture that we're gonna pop under the picture light. Let's get it on there. I feel like it's time to do the reveal, so I'm gonna grab Newton and we can reveal the space to her. Okay, so Newton, do you remember what this space looked like before? You wanna tell the people? Yeah, it was just mostly a white wall with a litter box that she put litter everywhere outside of the box as well. Do you wanna see it now? Are you ready? She's clearly enthusiastic. let's show her. Newton, this is your new space. What do you think? You gonna run away? That's you. Do you wanna do the pose? Okay, I think she wants to go and sleep. So I'm gonna leave her to sleep and we can jump into some before and afters. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I think eventually Newton will also enjoy it. But yeah, right now she just really wants her nap time and maybe some snack time. Ain't that the life? If you guys did like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all those fun things. And you can also follow me over on Instagram as well. I will see you guys next week. And Newton, let's not show you butt to the whole YouTube fam. I will see you guys next week with another fun video. Until then, bye. Do you love your new toy? Shall we show everyone? Do you like your new toy? Yeah? Tell me why. You say bye. No. Okay, well, she says goodbye.